Remember when we were hopeful, excited for the new Netflix deal? We thought maybe the WWE will try and do something new. Try to gain some new fans. Maybe try to experiment, be more creative. Right? You're on Netflix. Maybe there's going to be less ads. Unfortunately, no. Everything we thought that was going to happen positively was the opposite. Everything became worse. There's more ads. Less creative. You know what? I'm just going to get into the review. Now, we open up with Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio coming out with a promo. And oh my god, man. Liv Morgan, she's not horrible on the mic. She's annoying, so I get she's a good heel, right? But she says the same fucking thing every single time. I am the best this. I am the best that. I am the best of all time. She says the same shit. And I usually ask myself when I'm watching a segment, does this segment matter? Does this segment affect the show? Does this segment further on in any stories? No. None of this shit matters. Her saying this, she says it every week. It does not matter. And Dominic Mysterio talking. What is Dominic doing with this Intercontinental Champion? I thought him and AJ Styles were supposed to fight fucking a month ago. And now it looks like they're setting up another match between AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio. He's had the same feud for a month. I'm already tired of Dominic Mysterio's title reign. Can we please give people titles and actually have something prepared for them to do? These guys just get a title and then they sit in backstage for fucking 2 months. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. These championships should be the main priority in these shows. Most of these characters should want a championship. But it feels like none of them want it. None of them. None of them want a championship. None of them care. Now back to the Liv Morgan segment. She basically finishes up saying how she's the best ever. And Io Sky comes out, who is the women's champion. I completely forget that she's champion because she doesn't do anything. No promos. No matches. No rivalries. No feuds since WrestleMania. I honestly, if I'm wrong, please correct me, but it's insane. She comes out, says the most generic line ever. We all want you to shut up. That's what she says. Liv Morgan wants her title back. And Io Sky says, you want the title? Here it is. Punches her with the title. This is just... If this is how you're going to... alright, whatever, man. This is her next feud. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky, whatever. I'm just not a fan of this type of storyline. It's just so fucking basic. There's no creativity. And it just lacks effort. And to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Io Sky. She's not great at speaking English, and when you're not great at speaking English and you're a main champion, it's hard to really feel important. It really is, because they're not telling any stories with you. Triple H has not booked you in a way for you to feel important, but you're holding something important. So it just stunts the show. It does not help the show. Having a champion who cannot draw for shit, a champion who is not in the storyline, not in any major storylines. Is Io Sky in any major storyline? I don't think that's crazy to say. She's not. Right? So, yeah, I'm done with this fucking segment. This shit sucked. On to the next one. We then got a fatal 4-way with Asuka, happy that she returned, versus Ivy Nile versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Stephanie Vaquer. Now, the match was solid. It was decent. But there was an interference. Rhea Ripley comes in and basically makes sure that Raquel Rodriguez does not win the match. So Asuka wins. And whatever. Not much to talk about. Asuka wins. There we go. I'm just sick and tired of these interruptions. I feel like this shit happens every single King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring. There's always a fucking interruption. I think I'm trying to remember a Queen of the Ring or King of the Ring fatal 4-way that did not end up with a distraction or interruption. Or, it's just damn. No one can win clean anymore. No one, And since when was it just only fatal 4-ways to be in the King of the Ring? I thought it was a 1-on-1 usually. So, I think they should just bring that back. Or, I don't know. Because, this shit is just, it's stale. You know what I mean? I feel like we've seen fatal 4-ways, triple threats. They just constantly do it every single fucking show. And for the next segments, we get Gunther. He comes out. He basically says, Jay was the better man for one night. But I'm the better man now. Basically, that's basically what he says. And, he calls out Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins has the briefcase. But he gets an unexpected visitor. And that was Goldberg. And Goldberg still looks good, man. He looks big as fuck. So, hopefully we can get a good match out of Gunther and Goldberg. He did call Gunther out because I'm pretty sure a while ago, Gunther, when he was champion, he called out Goldberg and his family. So yeah, Goldberg said, let's settle this shit in Atlanta, Georgia on Saturday night live event. Now, I don't think Goldberg will be winning this match, but it's a cool match to have, a cool little filler side quest that Gunther can do. I wouldn't mind Gunther losing because, like I said from a while ago, Gunther is not an entertaining champion, but he is, and I repeat it, he is a believable champion, right? There's difference between, like, if he may be boring, but he's believable. You know what I mean? You can believe, oh, he has a chance to beat a Goldberg. But do you think Jey Uso has a chance to beat a Goldberg? Fuck no. You know what I mean? That's what I mean where, yeah, this person's a believable champion. This person's not. And it's cool to say that. You know, if someone has the mic skills to kind of transcend that, then that's different. Like a what's his name? Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho wasn't the biggest guy, but he had mic skills. You know, when you have mic skills, it doesn't really matter what your physique is. If you're at least 5'10", you'll be fine. So, you know, that's my stance on what makes a believable champion. You have to at least have a great physique, or you have to be really, really good on the mic and have the average physique. It's one or the other. Or you could be both and just be the fucking GOAT. You know what I mean? Like John Cena. So, yeah. We then get a Judgment Day backstage segment, and it's basically the same shit we've gotten for the past 2 months. Right? It's a little different because they added Roxanne Perez in there, but you know, it's the same fucking story they did last year. So, like, is it really that new? It's not. It's the same shit. Let's go to the next one. Next, we have Bayley and Becky Lynch having a promo battle, and I just gotta say, Bayley is one of the most boring characters on WWE, and it's not just her. There's many that can group in with her. It's most of these baby faces, and it's not. It's mostly on the booking and the writing. They write these baby faces in a way that they have to feel morally right. Right? Like, they kind of put other people down because they don't do things a certain way. You don't do it for the fans. You don't do it for them. I do. Like, okay, bro. I don't give a fuck about... I don't know them. They don't pay my mortgage. They don't pay this. Like, you know what I mean? Why the fuck should they have to wrestle for these people? That's what I don't understand. You being a face does not mean you have to fight for the fucking people. You being a face means you stick up for what you believe in and what you believe is right. It should be how you treat the characters on the show and the superstars should determine if you're a heel or a face, not if you fight for the fucking fans. That is my problem. All right? And that's not just with Bayley. That's with Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, many of these, you know, baby faces. However, I do enjoy Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch, I think, for me, this is the most I've enjoyed Becky Lynch's promos and her mic skills. So, yeah, this is maybe, I don't know if it's just for me, but I've been enjoying Becky Lynch's this character. I don't know what character you call it. She's kind of like some delusional, just delusional bitch. That's what she is, and it's amazing. Next, we have a match between Liv Morgan and Kairi Sane, and Liv Morgan ended up getting hurt in this match, and I don't know if it's real or if it's, part of the story, but I think it's real, and, that does suck for Liv Morgan because it looked like they were trying to build her up to have a rivalry or a feud with Io Sky again. So, we'll see what happens, but yeah, that does suck. We then get a backstage segment between Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Now, this is very familiar for with the past 3 months that we've been getting. However, Sami Zayn did say something a little different. He did finally come at Karrion Kross because I was thinking, why is Karrion Kross giving Sami Zayn these tips? Has Karrion Kross won any big matches in his career in the WWE? No. So why the fuck is he trying to give Sami tips? All right, and Sami Zayn basically said that. So finally, something I guess. With some context and with some meaning, but still, it's basically the same fucking story they've been doing. Karrion Kross says, finally, that's the Sami I want. And I think they're going to be fighting next Raw, so that should be a good match. Hopefully that should be a good match, because, I am rooting for Karrion Kross. I want them to give him more opportunities, because that's what I just want in general, right? Other stars getting opportunities. We need something different. We need different characters. We need different superstars. It's starting to feel bland. And this is for both shows, for SmackDown and for Raw. And that's why NXT just always feels fresh, is because there's always going to be new talent. There's always going to be new characters, new people they sign. They're going to put them to NXT, right? They have the TNA partnership. Like, It's just, as of now, everything just feels stale, boring, and just recycled with the main roster. And it's just, you got to call up these NXT guys. You got to call up El Wafemi, Trick Williams. You got to do something quick. Because as of now, it's just so hard to watch this. I can't watch 3 hours of it. I have to skip through it. I'm sorry. I cannot. I can't. We then get the main event. King of the Ring Fatal 4-Way. Jey Uso versus Rusev versus Sheamus and Bronson Reed. Now, half the roster basically interrupted this match, right? I'm pretty sure it was Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes. Like, oh my God, man. There always has to be an interruption in these fucking type of matches. All right? Whatever, man. Jey Uso ends up winning this match. It just feels like it doesn't matter. It doesn't feel like it matters, though. Because 4 people came to interfere with the match. 4 or 3. Whatever. I think it was 4. Whatever. Like, that's just insane. Oh, my God. And then fucking, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were beat up. So Seth Rollins comes out, walking very, very, like he's angry. Cody Rhodes comes out, and Seth Rollins doesn't do shit. They stare off against each other. And that's how we end the show. I mean, it's just weird. A weird way to end it. Cody Rhodes comes to save the day, guys. Now, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I will be making an NXT review for the first time. I will be doing that tomorrow, so watch out for that. And I'll catch you guys. Peace out.